So hello everyone, good afternoon. Specifically today we will be talking about the Oracle solution that we have developed. We do have solutions for other ERPs as well, be it SAP, Microsoft, or any other custom ERP. However, the focus of this presentation is specifically Oracle. So I would ask my colleague Rahul to basically start, open the Oracle environment and basically show us how this would operate within the Oracle environment, how our software directly connects with Oracle and enable communication between the Oracle and IRP, ERP. Right. So we cover all the transaction types that are required under the e-invoicing regulation. So we can then basically there'll be a e-invoicing program that will run in the Oracle ERP. Right. So I will ask you to directly move to the application, the Oracle application, to run this custom program. Right. So all the transaction types, as I was saying, are all covered. So they're basically you're required to report all your B2B supplies, your B2G supplies, which are to government, your tax, your credit notes, your debit notes, your reverse charge cases. All of these are required except from B2C invoices, which are not required in delivery challans under e-invoicing. Apart from this, every transaction must be reported to the government, and the IRN and QR code must be printed on these transactions. Right. So we are taking an example of a tax invoice here. For a particular transaction, what we're going to do is submit the tax invoice number in this transaction and press the submit button. And that will enable generation of e-invoice directly from the Oracle ERP. Now, this is one way to run the program. It is also possible that the program runs on background. So as soon as the transaction is executed within the Oracle ERP, e-invoice for the same is generated. So we will be showing the manual way to do it within Oracle ERP and automate. Right. Right. So we are showing you the backend part of it, wherein the IRN and the QR code is generated in the background just for verification purposes. But now we, we will be showing you that the QR code, which is your encrypted QR code, is printed on the invoice when you basically do the print command from Oracle, and then the IRN is also can be reflected on the invoice as well, although it is not mandatory. So this enables compliance directly from the ERP. No need to leave Oracle environment to do compliance. So this is how the solution works. In case you would like the automatic version wherein you don't have to even run this command, that is also possible. Right. So, so that's how the Oracle program works. So I would ask you guys now, if you have any questions particularly in regards to this program, please let us know. We'll be happy to answer them. So what all fields that have been included in PDF format? So government says that only QR code is mandatory. We can add IRN also. Otherwise, there's a list of data fields that are required by the government to be sent for the IRN generation. So if you're maintaining the basic fields, so we have one question from Ashish here. If you're maintaining your data GST data fields, almost that is what is required to be reported to the government. And the even if you have a global Oracle instance, this will only be applicable in your Indian part of it, and you will be able to generate the e-invoice documents for your Indian invoices. I hope that answers your questions. So we have another question from Samir here. Basically, can we bulk generate invoices? Yes. So what can be done is that in that scenario, what we recommend is that for demo purposes, we want to show the manual way to do it. Otherwise, for most of our customers, we are running it in an automatic fashion, wherein as soon as you create the invoice, an e-invoice is generated for the same. And when you print, the invoice is printed with the QR code only. So essentially, you don't have to run any transactions manually, and it all happens in the background. I hope that answers your question, Samir. So QR code that is to be printed should be printed as in the encrypted format only. There'll be a special government app that will be provided to read this QR code. Otherwise, private players will also be creating their own app. The decrypted QR code is not to be printed on the invoice, but the encrypted QR code in the JWT format. So there is, as per our understanding, this is a standard program and no special licensing is required. We have we are in direct communication with the Oracle team also, so we have shown this program to them, and uh, they are also sort of they're appreciating the program that we have created in Oracle, and they're recommending customers to us as well. So, as we understand, there is no special licensing required. I hope that answers your questions, Archana. So we have a question from Sanjay regarding how are we capturing IRN on AP invoices for inward supplies. So Sanjay, what we do is that we are providing, because IRN is a 64 character long uh, alphanumeric number, it won't be possible for everyone to enter that IRN. So we have created another API wherein by providing the supplier GSTN document type and two more details, one would be able to capture the IRN, fetch the e-invoice on the purchase side automatically. So your purchase side data will be captured and will be saved in the Oracle ERP, and then it can trigger your either GRN process or your approval processes, the processes as set in your Oracle environment in regards to AP. I hope that answers your question. So we have another question in regards to GST returns. So GST returns, so the reports that can be generated are GSTR1 report, your 3B report, a reconciliation report can be generated, but that's another solution altogether. So we can directly read that report also because we have a custom mapping functionality at our end. In case you're not generating any reports at your end, we can enable you to generate those reports in our standard formats. So for us, either way is workable. Great. We have a one question from Suryavan here, wherein whether the IRN generation happens before accounting or after accounting. So, if I understand your question correctly, are you talking about whether are you talking about the fact that the invoice document is created and it goes to your probably ledgers? Does it happen in between, or does it happen after it has been recorded in your ledgers? Is that what you're talking about? Right. So the IRN generation in case of so it totally depends. Normally the systems are interconnected, so what we see is that as soon as the invoice document is generated, that is generally recorded in the financial module as well. And if that is the case, right, it sort of all these three things are happening simultaneously. So your invoice document is being created, and if you're running our automatic Oracle program wherein you don't need to even press a button, then the IRN is almost simultaneously being created, because the law says that an invoice document must have the IRN to be a valid invoice, right? In some cases, if these two things are separate, then we would generate the IRN post invoice generation. So as soon as all the invoice generation details are being entered, the IRN is generated post that. But in case there are certain unique cases at your end, you can let us know. We'll be sort of able to understand the requirement and see if any adjustment is required. However, as per law, invoice should be having the QR code IRN to be a valid invoice, and therefore the program executes as soon as the invoice document has been created in the ERP. I hope that answers your question, Sulaiman. Great. Sure. So now I would like to end the session. Thank you all for attending it.